Hello everybody, Kane here and welcome to another video of Art of Conquest. So in this one, we're gonna talk about Dual Tower and of course some of the fights. So currently, 2 days left, I am at 4,300. So a couple of times I was just one win away from being 4,400 and twice I was gate kept by a Lich player and one time I lost against another human player. So yeah, this was one time and this was another time. And I think the first time it was just a couple of hours ago and those fights disappeared. So without further ado, let's get into the spicy and the juicy fights. So I have to let you know there might be some sarcasm in this video and probably some memes because, well, why the hell not? Because, you know, like I have a buddy whom I was testing stuff and then he just became very good at the game and quite a lot of people need to learn how to play the game. Doesn't matter that he has a bug, or it doesn't matter that he is even using that same race with same stalkers. His mages are doing majority of the damage regardless. So let's see, I'm facing a burst side. The stalkers are taking no damage. The mages are perma CC'd and damaged. My, say, burst side swordman with well over like 99% resistances or whatever just being obliterated so quickly that I mean, if we take a look at the stall side, even with Balrog healing, like they're just friggin' dying rapidly because of two squads of stalkers. And of course you have these middle squads just completely being obliterated, heroes dying from the stalkers, and I mean, this is perfectly normal behavior of the stalkers. I mean, I don't know what's wrong with these stalkers. This person would have won the fight regardless. It wouldn't have been, say, a harder fight to win. He wouldn't have lost maybe majority of his heroes if I actually only required to focus his heroes and not the skeletons. But as my buddy says, if you're weak and you need to get good.
Yes, my turn, assholes.
And apparently, like 90% of the community need to get good and actually start using the stalkers. Or, of course, dwarf, because this bug doesn't work on them. So, another one of the people I face, I forgot, is this like the 17 million core or not? I almost killed his dragon pretty early, but he did manage to heal up the dragon, and the fact that I didn't kill it made this fight kind of impossible. So as you can see, he did not have any DPS in this corner, and my swordman is just obliterated into non-existence. The same for the middle sides. Well, you could arguably say that this particular squad has DPS in front of it, then this one doesn't, and there are some buffers, some stuff here as well as of course my stall side. And look at the amount of damage they're doing. And of course my swordmen fell on my burst side because they have just buffers in front of them, and those buffers actually is what killed my swordmen. They were definitely not the normal damaging stalkers. I mean, those sages would have killed my swordman regardless, right? I mean, no, why not? I mean, the mages did the most damage, right? It's not the stalkers which are killing everything. At least that's what my buddy would say. And then we have another fight, which is actually one of the funniest things that I have seen in quite a while. Probably this happens very rarely to some people, or probably would never happen again, but let's just check what happens. So, my Avril was pretty much stunned from the beginning, so I lost one ability. I cast Avril again, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna just obliterate majority of his DPS. So why was the fight very, very close? So let's just see, his Avalon as a buffer died, his Sizo died, his Nora died, his Ophidia died, I think that was Elana as well. I'm not sure. Valerie died. I think Tisafin is gonna remain alive, but his Avril is gonna die in just a second. And that would have been a total win with barely any losses if the Stalkers were normal. Now, look, I have two Swordman squads right here, 50%. I have one Swordman squad, 30%, just by the Stalkers. This Swordman squad is full HP because of the armies dying, the heroes dying, and the Balrog actually healing stuff right here. So, like, at this point, this fight should have been over. I should have just completely rolled over that person. However, if we rather speed up the fight, let's check what happens. So this Swordman is, or rather this Swordman squad is being obliterated. These Stalkers are gonna run into my Dragon and my heroes because they are a tank, say, I suppose an army unit. Then some of my, I suppose, heroes are being killed by the Stalkers as well. These two Swordman squads obliterated by Stalkers. This one obliterated by Stalkers, and even this squad is starting to take damage, as well as my Balrog, just because there is a friggin' two Stalker squads just in front of it. It doesn't matter that it is a stall side with friggin' Balrog, and look, a Stalker side literally obliterated my mages and, of course, everything else that I had, even though the person literally lost majority of his DPS at the beginning. But as my friend would say, this person would have won the fight regardless. Like, I'm so, I don't know, I'm so insane or ill that I don't even see what happens in the fight. I need to look at the, say, damage charts, and I see that this one particular Warlock squad literally obliterated every single living thing in my field. It doesn't matter that my heroes did the same amount of damage and I killed barely anything, right? It doesn't really matter. What matters is it wasn't the Stalkers which obliterated everything. It was the Avril and, of course, the Warlock, which was damaging one unit for majority of the time. But hey, I mean, just don't really know what to say. I mean, majority of us noticing something like this are probably just too weak to actually even play PvP. Or so you might want to say, but yeah, that's completely and perfectly normal type of, say, army unit, which is meant and built completely to have 99% resistances with barely any attack related stats like attack speed or so, which is pretty weak for a unit, with almost no crit rate, almost no crit damage, no physical damages, or all of that stuff. Just completely wipes every every living thing. But if it does happen, it's probably because you were just too weak to even fight him to begin with, and you wouldn't have won anyway, even if you faced him without it, because his heroes just did majority of the damage. When his heroes doing majority of the damage, can't even pass a friggin' stall side. But I mean, what can you say? Some people just kind of assume that this is not a bug, this is just normal gameplay, and the Stalkers are completely friggin' normal. But yeah, that's, I suppose, pretty much it for the video. Do let me know in the comments down below whether or not you faced these perfectly normal skeletons that just didn't obliterate the fields. I mean, I have seen some fights where people had 97 or 98 resistances, And these stalkers just completely walked forward across all of the front line. That front line just disappeared. So if you see this, rather in comparison to 97, my front line actually tanked this damage. Those people front lines just disappear, like they were just gone. That was just friggin', I don't know, man. Those fights, it felt like that person is on a new account and doesn't have anything on his field or like army attack stones. But yeah, or rather, these replays are actually pretty crazy. But again, do let me know if you're facing this and whether or not you manage to do better than them, perhaps, or whether or not you also succumb to the same fate. I mean, some people can be vastly stronger than them and survive this sort of damage, but for some people, it doesn't always happen the same way. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you did enjoy it, do hit that subscribe button. It would help me out a lot. As well as if you wish to support me more than just watching my videos, I have made a Patreon page where you would be able to do just that. And in return, I would be able to help you out more individually in terms of events, PvP formations, and stuff like that. As well as I would like to thank all of my patrons for their support. I really appreciate it for your subscriptions. Thank you guys so much. Thanks for watching. Take care and stay safe out there.